Hello, everybody. I'm Zenith Warrior Princess, the cutest of buns, and welcome once again to the Bun Squad Live. And hi, Kana. Hi, Kana. I love you. You're interrupting my spiel. You're a good kitty. Um,
Happy Boxing Day, June 85.
Welcome everyone to the Bun Squad Live, and also welcome once again to Fate Gay Night. We're doing it on a Monday today because we skipped a couple weeks, and I wanted to do this for Phil. We're finally in the blind stage of, where I haven't played anything from this point, so I don't know what's gonna happen.
I'll repeat it. I'll repeat it one more time because I like being a broken record. But luckily, I don't have to repeat it anymore after this, unless I don't know. But so for those just tuning in, Zen did start playing Fate Stay Night in 2020, but had to stop because of like all these other priorities that she had. So we started over, of course, when we began streaming this, but we still want to call it a blind playthrough because the vast majority of Fate she has not read, but she stopped in the middle of day 4, basically once Saber appears, like in her casual outfit. And after that, she hasn't read anything from the Fate route, UBW, Heaven's Feel, all that she has not read. So technically, these first 9 sessions haven't been blind, but we still want to just call it a blind playthrough just for the sake of consistency. So now, for the rest of this, the title is accurate. Zen is going into this completely and utterly blind. She doesn't know what's going to happen. She doesn't know any of the events.
I'm basically Toph. I am basically Toph in the scenario. I'll do the John Cena pose.
But I love that they added that for Nickelodeon All-Star Battle. But with that said, I am not blind. I have read the entirety of the Fate Stay Night visual novel, so I am going to snipe you like a hawk if I see any spoilers in the chat. And that includes servant names, because in Fate Stay Night, the servant names are a spoiler, especially.
Also, Ryan says when Zen played it something over a year ago, it's pretty much blind at that point. You're not wrong.
Yeah.
With how much I do, I have to get myself back in the mindset. I'm usually pretty good at getting back into some things that I really loved or really hated, but if something boring, then it just
Shut up and take my money.
Oh, thank you so much for the $10, Jim. Thank you so much. Thank you. That I really do appreciate any donations. Do help. I've been in a kind of a bad situation at the moment.
Yeah.
Ryan, thank you for resubbing 3 months. 3 months. You're almost getting ready for the baby.
I guess I should also say Ryan also did redeem 200 points to hydrate.
All right, let's hydrate.
And while you do that, should I go over what happened last time on Fate Gay Night?
Yes, go over that, and then I'll do my my opening spiel, a couple things before we begin and whatnot.
So previously on Fate Stay Night, what ended up happening was we didn't actually get through all that much because Rin is fucking long-winded and she doesn't know when to shut the fuck up.
Teach me, Rin senpai.
Oh yes, and this is of course Teach Me Philip Senpai, the recap corner that we all love and adore. And so Rin was basically going through a lot of details regarding both the previous night and also that of the Holy Grail, basically just like educating Shirou on all these details for what he needs to know going forward into the Holy Grail. I apologize if it seems like I'm skimming over these details. We did last play this game a month ago because we have been very busy with other stuff.
But also Kanye West took over the Holy Grail. It was kind of crazy.
But yeah, and Zen has also just had these moments where it's like she hasn't been able to stream because she hasn't been feeling well.
I'm gonna go into something really quick. For those who don't know, I've had some major health problems recently that have impacted my ability to stream. And not just arthritis, but issues with Essentially, I have arthritis, colitis, acid reflux, Crohn's, and a bunch of other stuff, and it's just been impacting. But I also last week got the booster shot for the human malware, and the booster knocked me out for a week and messed up my sleep schedule so that I was so tired. It was very bad. And I've had a very bad couple of weeks, and so I appreciate my buns. Thank you so much for all your help, and again, thank you for any donations. You don't have to do that, but it really does help me because I'm currently on EBT. I'm on SNAP because they say I'm not disabled enough, and even though I'm very disabled at the moment. But I do it all for you. You're wonderful buns, and I love you. You can continue, Phil. Sorry.
It's okay. No, you know, it's all good for you to explain that. But essentially, what last session boiled down to was Shirou and Rin decided to make an alliance. You know, because you know, while they're on the same page, you might as well, you know, work together. So there's really no reason to turn that down. I see no reason why Shirou would ever turn that down. Going forward in the future. Wink, 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 wink. And then we end with we end with Rin being on her way, and Saber, and basically Shirou trying to find Saber, and he eventually finds her in the dojo.
Yep.
But with that said, before we continue on with the actual story, and I guess Fruity also has joined the chat. Hey, Fruity.
Hey, Fruity.
I had a great time at MST3K live last night. The new female host is great. Oh, that's freaking terrific. But before we head into the actual story, back into the story itself, did you want to go in extras so we can check out the
Yep.
all the new information we got on the servants?
So the first thing that we're going to be starting with, we got we got weapons. So I think we went over this last time, but
yeah, weapons we don't have anything new for, because we've basically gone over like what we have for weapons, which right now is just the
unidentified axe sword by Berserker, a sword of rock that Berserker uses. It is part of the foundation of a temple Einsburn prepared, and this itself was the catalyst used to summon Berserker. Heracles was skilled in archery, but since he has gone Berserk, he has lost his former weapons and skills. And then there's Toroshinai, which we talked about. And then, so, status. That's what we're looking at, right?
Yeah. Yeah, now we get a status. Basically, as you go throughout the game, it fills all this out as you meet the servants, and, like, you know more about them, so...
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go through, first of all, like, we have Saber. Master Emiya Shirou, obviously. True name, we don't know. Sex is female. Height is 154 centimeters, 42 kilograms.
She's short. She's really short.
She tiny. She tiny. And alignment lawful good, which is, if you know the alignment chart, lawful good means that you do everything for justice. It's like there's lawful good, lawful neutral, and lawful evil. And I should explain the chart. But yeah, like.
Yeah. Honestly, you can find like D&D chart, like these D&D alignment charts, like all over online. I don't think we should like go over all of them like right here. Basically, it's a 3x3 chart where it's like on the side it goes from good, neutral, and evil, and then on the other side it goes lawful, neutral, and chaotic. So it basically, because you can obviously have someone who abides by the law but can also still be good and evil, and someone who's chaotic but can still overall be either evil or abide by, you know, or still have a good sense of will and be a good person overall, even if you are chaotic.
Essentially, Saber is like a medieval knight kind of thing. That's basically the lawful good is a knight. What we think of knights, not what knights actually were, because they were kind of awful in some instances, but yeah.
Okay, we'll get into that, but you know.
Let's see. For strength, we have B. So very strong. Magic is at B. Luck is at B. So very high luck stat. Always good to have.
Yeah, I will say these stats. Well, first of all, the stats don't really matter all that much in the grand scheme of things, but also the stats shown for Saber here are very much down to like her master not being a magi, and so she's not able to really tap into like her full potential because of her master. So these aren't as high as she should be, because otherwise Saber would like basically wipe everyone in the party.
Yeah. And conviction is C, agility is C. So she's fast but not super fast, and I don't know what NP means.
NP is Noble Phantasm.
Noble Phantasm. Okay, so C. So that's her Noble Phantasm should be A, or at least S, because like
It should be S. It should be S. It should be S. Before you continue on, Jim85 wants a mini review of, or redeems for a mini review of Abbott and Costello Meet the Mummy.
I can do that after the stream. I don't know if we have time now, but yes, I will watch Abbott and Costello. But yeah, I don't know if we have time for that right now.
Yep.
Magic resistance is A, cancels any magic A rank or below, and practice no magi today are able to hurt Saber, which makes sense. And riding, ability to ride things. She can ride in most vehicles with above average skill, but she cannot ride those with Demonic Beast and Holy Beast rank. So she should really be Rider, not Saber. Alright, we don't have anything details. Okay, let's check skills. I like the CG here. Instinct, A. The ability to always feel the best course for oneself during combat. The heightened sixth sense is now close to precognition. It reduces by half any obstacles to vision and hearing. And magical energy burst, A. This transfers magical energy into one's weapon and body, and by releasing the magical energy instantaneously increases one's ability. Simply said, it is like magical energy jet propulsion. Saber uses this magical energy for her sword techniques, guarding, and movement. Because of her great magical energy capacity, she can fight Berserker even though she's a girl of small size. A normal weapon without strong divine protection will not be able to endure her magical energy field attack and will be destroyed with one blow. Let's see. Noble Phantasm. Invisible Air, boundary field of the Wind King. An invisible sword, it does not allow the enemy to determine its range. It is simple, but tremendously effective in hand-to-hand combat. It is a noble phantasm protected by string magic, but it does not mean that the sword itself is invisible. The blade is clad in wind that changes the reflection of light and makes the shape of the sword invisible. Okay. It is not a vacuum, but the wind whirring around the blade is like a weapon, and it seems to increase the damage of the slash. Only when the compressed wind is released is a vacuum state created. When the target has resistance to visual impediments, the accuracy correction of invisible air is ineffective. Okay. This is very D&D.
It's very detailed.
Other than the advantage of making the blade invisible, it is possible to release the compressed wind, making it a single-use projectile weapon. The damage of such an attack is constant, and Saber's strength or magical energy does not affect it.
That is Saber. We will obviously know more about Saber's abilities as we go on. It's just also, like I said, Saber is very much neutered by her master.
And then we have Lancer, master is unknown, true name is Ku Chulain, sex is male, height 185 centimeters, 70 kilograms, lawful neutral, so he follows the law, but he's not above doing things that are nasty.
Yeah, he's basically like truly like in the middle. Like he has no real allegiance. The only thing that's keeping him aligned with his master is the command seals, because even he says like my master is one shitty person.
As strength is B, so about on par with current Saber. Magic is C, so less. Luck is E, which is bad. He's not very lucky. Conviction C.
Oh, well, I'll say right now, I'll say it right now. One of the biggest memes with Lancer is that he keeps on dying. So when it's luck E, yeah, he has some pretty shit luck.
He has bad luck. Agility's A, so he's very fast, but his Noble Phantasm is a B. Magic Resistance C, so not as good as Saber. Nullifies all magic that requires less than 2 verses. Cannot block large-scale magic, such as Great Magic and Ritual Magic. Ku Chulainn, the great hero of Ireland, a half-god, half-human hero, born of the light god Lu and Dectyre, the sister of King Connor of Ulster, who appears in the Legends of Ulster.
Inutai Hanyo. Yeah, this isn't Thursday. Basically, we're doing this early because we just felt like it. Because we haven't done a Fate's Day night stream in like over a month. So we want to do one early.
I wanted to do one on Monday when I don't have anything. So we can do one again on Thursday. I have no problem with it.
Nice.
His childhood name
While
was...
you read...
That.
While you read this, I'm just gonna... Sorry to interrupt. I'm just gonna go get water while you read this.
Okay. His childhood name was Setanta, and it was prophesied from a young age that this child will live as a hero. Ku Chulainn means Hound of Kulan. The name comes from an oath Setanta made when he was a child. When he mistakenly killed a guard dog of a wealthy merchant named Kulan, he promised, "If this dog has a child, I will raise it as strong and as faithful as this guard dog. Until that time, I shall guard you myself." His nickname of Ku Chulainn praises not only Setanta's strength for killing the famous savage dog of Kulan unarmed, but also the character of Setanta that thought of the owner of the lost dog even as a child. Ku Chulainn grew up to be a strong man and went into an evil land called the Country of Shadows to satisfy the requirements to marry a particular woman. Ku Chulainn overcame many difficulties and reached the Country of Shadows. He was well liked by the ruler of that country, the witch Skatach, and he trained under her and learned many sorceries and techniques. He obtained the cursed lance Gai Bulg that later became the symbol of Ku Chulainn, and he left the Country of Shadows. In the legend, it is said that Ku Chulainn was brave, compassionate, and likable young man. I think it's Irish, not Scottish. Ku Chulainn mercilessly killed his enemies in the battlefield, but he respected faith and was noble enough to never break a promise once made. Celtic warriors had the custom of making an oath called gaze, and those warriors broke these gaze were cursed. Ku Chulainn, like his nickname, had a gaze that said that he must never eat a dog, and he faithfully tried not to break that promise. The gaze later became the curse of his death. During a battle with an opposing country to protect his weaker country of Ulster, Ku Chulainn made several geasa, accepting even his own ruin in exchange for forcing the opposing country to make geasa unfavorable to them. Some of the famous geasa Ku Chulainn made were fighting just one warrior a day, promised with his rival Queen Mav, and one win, one loss, promised with his old friend, Fergus. Ku Chulainn's brilliant war record can be summarized into the battle against the neighboring country of Connaught. The war between the two started when Connaught's Queen Mav irrationally invaded to steal Ulster's golden bull, Don, just to beat her husband in a bull comparison contest. They have a lot of those bull comparison contests. My bull's better than your bull. Ku Chulainn supported the weaker Ulster army against the Connaught force, an allied army of 3 countries, for a length of 7 years. and finally succeeded in making them retreat. At that time, Ku Chulainn captured the main culprit of the war, Mav, but he released her saying that he cannot kill a woman, and a reconciliation was reached between Ulster and Connaught. But Queen Mav perceived her release as the greatest insult, and began a personal revenge against Ku Chulainn. After numerous schemes, Ku Chulainn was forced to break his geasa one by one, and as a result lost all his powers, and was at last stabbed in the side with a lance. The proud Ku Chulainn would not allow himself to die lying down, and tied himself up to a post. Guy's a beast. On the verge of death, he saw an otter drinking the blood that had spilled into the river, and as he laughed at its greediness, he died standing. A thrilling great man, Ku Chulainn had the protection of the goddess Morrigan, who governed death and destruction. But the story isn't that simple. At first, Ku Chulainn declined the goddess's protection. So insulted, Morrigan transformed into many animals and went after his life. But Ku Chulainn was able to repel off every attack and actually treated the wounded Morrigan. Morrigan admired that nobility from the bottom of her heart and decided to support him without his knowledge. So as not to destroy Ku Chulainn's pride, she did not help him when he was in his greatest perils, but merely observed the way of a hero.
Isn't that a story?
That's a story. I like this. Like it's teaching us legends. It's great. All right.
And when we get to, I'll say this right now. Ku is very much a supporting character in Stay Night, and he doesn't really get much of a focus. Like the route where he gets the most focus is Unlimited Blade Works. And even then, he's very much a supporting character. I'll say right now, he gets a lot more development and a lot more of a dive into his backstory in Hollow Ataraxia. So look forward to that when we get to that game.
And skills. Battle Continuation A. Does not give up easily. It allows for battle even on the verge of death, and allows the user to stay alive until they receive a clearly fatal blow. Restart C, the ability to escape battle, and we've seen this one. It can also return an unfavorable battle to the beginning, turn 1, and restore the conditions and techniques to their initial states. Divinity B, strength of one's godlike nature. The more godlike blood possessed, the higher the stat becomes.
Inu, that's not a spoiler. It's it's a very vague like explanation of like what to expect when it comes to Ku, not like, oh, this is like outwardly like I'm spoiling you on the exact events on what's happening, you know?
Alright, Guy Bulg, Piercing Lance of Death Thorns. A cursed lance that will always pierce the opponent's heart once it is thrust. A surely fatal strike from the cursed lance, Guy Bulg. Its true nature is the reversal of cause and effect, where the cause of the lance thrust comes from the effect of the lance piercing the opponent's heart. I love that. As the lance has pierced the heart even before it is thrust, it is impossible to dodge or block it once this result has been determined. To dodge Guy Bulg, one does not need high agility, but instead the ability to change this fate before Guy Bulg is executed. Luck is most important. It is the most efficient Noble Phantasm as it requires little magical energy to activate, and each activation is a sure kill.
And that's just one character.
Alright, so we went through Saber and Lancer. Let's go through Archer. Alright. Causality
Luckily,
is
there's
so
not really
silky.
there's not really much to talk about when it comes to Archer.
We don't really know much yet. Master Tosca Rin, obviously. True name, we don't know. Sex is male, 187 centimeters, so he tall, and 78 kilograms. Alignment, neutral. He's true neutral. Strength is D. Magic is B, so magic is pretty high. Luck is E, not very lucky. Noble Phantasm, we don't know. Conviction C, Agility C. So he's pretty standard, middle of the road, except for magic. Magic.
Man, this guy's weak as fuck.
Magic resistant. Nullifies single action magic. Magic resistant equivalent to a warning amulet. Independent action is B. Ability that allows independent movement even after the master's magical energy supply is cut off. With rank B, it is possible for a servant to stay in this world for 2 days after losing its master. We don't know anything about him. For details, we don't know his skills.
Yep.
We don't know his noble phantasm. So,
Yep.
so that's that. Ryder. We don't know who Ryder is. We don't know who Caster is. We don't know who Assassin is. Berserker. Okay. Bazaka. Master is Ilyasville. Bazaka. Master is Ilyasville von Einsborn. True name is Heracles. Sex is male. Height 253 centimeters, 311 kilograms.
Giant.
This guy is a beast.
Giant.
This is a giant. This, alignment chaotic insane.
I also, this isn't a spoiler. This isn't a spoiler, but in Hollow Orthodoxia, because Hollow Orthodoxia has like these mini games that you can play, and one of them has like Berserker's head as a car, which you can ride, and I have this one T-shirt with like Ilya T-posing on this Berserker car, and the caption reads "Go Berserker."
Also, this guy's beefy. Strength A+, Conviction A, Agility A, Magic A, Luck B, Noble Phantasm A. Like, very strong. There's not that can stand up against him. Madness. All parameters are increased, but sanity is lost, which is why you have the extras. Because normally, it would be probably 1 bar lower for each of these, but he's mad.
If you're thinking of Carnival Phantasm, then yeah, they use that for the show as well.
All right, Heracles, the greatest hero in Greek mythology. He was a half-god, half-human hero born from Zeus, the king of the gods, and a human woman. Although Heracles had superior talent in all things, there were big problems with his personality. As a child, he beat his harp teacher to death over a small matter. They don't show you that in the Disney film. And after that, he had to live as a shepherd to calm his temper. Thus, he became a splendid man, and after he had accomplished several great deeds, the king of Thebes gave him his daughter Megara. And he earned 2 children and the right to succeed the king. Okay, so I can become a king by doing good deeds?
Also, to be fair, Jim, this is a Berserker version of Herc. Like, it's like when you're a Berserker, you get you're basically a version of the hero that like gets put through the who's crushed under the weight of like being put through the ringer and like has just gone insane essentially. There's for example, there is a Berserker version of Ku. I'll probably show it later because like it's not really a spoiler. Like different versions of the servants aren't really a spoiler per se, but so I might send a picture for Zen to put on later. But yeah, it's wild.
Heracles was young and strong, and already no human was a match for him. The future seemed bright for him as he married the king's daughter and had 2 children. But Zeus's wife Hera detested the child born of Zeus and a human, and meddled with his fate at every opportunity. Now, to be fair, she could have just, slapped Zeus, because it's Zeus's fault. First, Hera sent madness to Heracles and drove him insane, making him kill Megara and his 2 children. Heracles, troubled by the sins he had committed, received a sign that he should atone for his sin by becoming the slave of Eurystheus, the man who took away his promised position as king. Eurystheus was jealous of the strong hero Heracles and gave him many difficult tasks and claimed that's a typo, claimed claimed that he would keep him a slave until he completed these tasks. These were many difficult labors that were impossible to complete with normal human skills. They were the famous 12 labors of Heracles. The number of labors chosen by the gods was 10, but since Eurystheus did not... They changed the name, hold on. Yeah, it's Eurystheus. They changed... There's 2 typos there. Goddamn. Fan translation.
Fan translation. This is why we need a fucking official translation. Type moon, you assholes.
The number of labors chosen by the gods was 10, but since Eurystheus did not accept the fulfillment of 2 of those, he added 2 more labors. But Heracles safely completed even those tasks, and not only was he freed from slavery, but he also received an immortal body as proof of his great accomplishments. The greatest hero in Greece, this was the beginning of the great hero Heracles, who single-handedly achieved great deeds equaling those of the Trojan War and the Argo expedition. But the rest of Heracles' life was again full of madness. Hera's hatred was endless, and Heracles, who should have been immortal, was killed by poison by one of his wives. The great hero, equally matched with the sun god even as a human, was in the end slowly killed by the persistent jealousy of a goddess. At the point of his death, Heracles burned his body, still contaminated with poison, and entrusted himself to Zeus's judgment. Not entrusted, entrusted. It is said that the gods, in a conference, approved of Heracles' great deeds and prepared a seat in Olympus after his death, and worshipped him as a god. Heracles went insane many times in the myth, but he really was an excellent warrior who could handle any weapon. He has the attributes to become any of the 7 classes except Castor, and the greatest noble phantasm in his possession is a bow and arrow he obtained in the 12 labors called shooting 100 beasts. That's not how you spell 100, but okay. 9 lives.
Yeah, you can't forget 9 lives.
9 lives.
I did send you via Discord how Ku Berserker looks if you want to put that on screen before continuing.
All right, let me get it in here. Ooh.
And yeah, so we must thank Miro Moon. They put a lot of work into this, although I'm guessing that they didn't really check the translation for this status manual too much.
Yeah, it's like, this is the first we've had issue like this, but even still, like, I notice quite a bit of typos. And I don't want to be harsh, but, like, alright, let's see. Bazakaku. Okay, and then we'll find it. It should be in my screenshots.
Oh, and while you're doing that, I don't know how I've gone this entire stream without mentioning this yet. So Mahotsukai no Yoru actually got announced for an anime film. If you don't know what that is, for those new to the Fate franchise in the Nasu-verse. Oh, there it is. There's there's Berserker.
Is Bazakaku. Bazakaku.
That's how, that's how Ku looks as Berserker. Yeah, but there's a lot of servants where like they can be molded into like different servant classes, such as in Ku's case, he's been almost everything, I think. Because I also know that there's a version of him that's Caster in Granddaughter. But yeah, that design's cool enough that I want to show it off. But yeah, get hype for Alco and Alice. Yeah,
get hyped because we're gonna be streaming all of the Fate, all of every single Fate, all of it.
Zen, you can't call Maho your Fate. You're gonna get a bunch of Time Moon fans like really angry at you.
The Persona fans are already gonna be angry at me because I'm friends with Super Butterbuns. They can soak their heads.
Yeah, but But yeah, Mahoyo, for those who don't know, is basically the most recent thing in the like the most recent original property in the Nasu-verse. It was the last visual novel to come out from Nasu and Type Moon before the Tsukihime remake and it came out back in 2012. And it doesn't have a fan translation yet. Someone translated up to chapter 8 and then never got around to finishing it. And now it's been in like translation hell up until recently, where Hollow Moon decided that they were gonna translate it, and they're almost done. They're getting close to finishing, but yeah, like Inu said, to think that the movie is most likely gonna come out before the translation.
By the way, Dipper says hi. Hoi.
Hi, Dipper.
All right, so we got that done. Skills, battle continuation A, the ability to stay alive. It allows for battle even on the verge of death and allows the user to stay alive until they receive a clearly fatal blow. Mind's Eye, fake B. Avoidance of danger by Sixth Sense instinct. So he's Luffy. Oops. Bravery, A+. Ability to ignore.
Really, Inu? Really, Inu? I did not know that. That's fucking interesting.
Mahoyo was written first. Ooh.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, Mahoyo was written first. That's because I knew that I know he wrote like Kadanoki Okai first out of all the Nasu-verse properties, but man, I did not know. Well,
we're gonna have to review all the Nasu stuff, all of it, because of this person.
All of it.
Because of you, but it's okay because you were nice and we finally did the Danganronpa review, so it's all good.
Yep.
Bravery, A+. Ability to ignore any mental interference such as coercion, confusion, or illusion. It also has the effect of increasing damage when fighting unarmed, but since he has gone mad through his class ability, he cannot use this skill. Divinity. Strength of one's godlike nature. The more godlike blood possesses, the higher the stat becomes. As the son of Zeus, the leader of the gods, and having been accepted as one of the gods after his death, the divinity of Heracles can be said to be of the highest class. We don't know what his noble phantasm is. It says, immortality gained from the blessing curse of the gods. The body becomes strong armor, nullifies any attack rank B or below. Interesting.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So
we're finally caught up, and at the very least, now that we know all these details, from here it's just going to be adding on to stuff. We had a lot to just go over for this first time.
Well, yeah, there's a lot of information that was just dumped on us after we caught up there. Also, we've been playing for over a day.
But yeah, you knew that's interesting. And but hey, it is sad that it was left unpublished for so long. But at the very least, because he waited for the VN, everything I've seen from Mahoyo, it's like Type Moon and Nasu and Takeuchi CGs done to like their best, other than like the Tsukihime remake. So like, at least that's good that they were able to like publish it with like that level of quality.
And where I saved it, the note that I wrote was "Saber be sexy," and I'm not wrong, but
You're not wrong, no.
Sexy, sexy Saber. Oh, that's right, because she was kneeling. I do not know how long it was. Saber opens her eyes as if awakening from sleep. Oh. My disappointed voice echoes loudly through the dojo. Saber stands up, perhaps noticing the sound. I walk towards her, still not knowing what to say.
Oh, okay, it was Koyama, not Takeuchi. Thanks, Inu.
You are awake, Shirou. A calm voice. Her voice echoing through the dojo as if permeating it is surprisingly suited to this place. Yeah, I just got up. I answer with a dull head. Somebody be like tripping over his lines because he thirsting.
Shirou,
Shirou, You seem pale. Are you feeling ill? The golden-haired girl approaches me.
違う、体調はいい。すごくいい。
No, I'm feeling really good. Yeah, no, everything's good over here. How are you? It was a boring conversation anyway. I quickly step back to get away from Saber. Nani? Looking away from Saber, who is tilting her head questioningly, I calm down my pounding heart.
落ち着け。何緊張してんだ、俺は。
Calm down. What am I so tense about? I take a deep breath.
By the way, Ryan redeemed 600 points to talk like a bunny.
Pion, I take a deep breath, Pion. But it doesn't seem to die down quickly, Pion. In fact, I don't, Pion, think it ever will. Pion, he's thinking with his Pionis. Pion.
なんだって着替えてるんだよ、あいつ。
Jeez, Pion, why has she changed, Pion? Why is she so hot, Pion?
Fucking Shirou's just talking like a bunny, and he's talking with his fucking penis.
Hello. I complain without meaning to, Pion. Saber's clothes have changed dramatically since yesterday, Pion. She's wearing normal clothes, completely unlike her armor, Pion.
Okay, you can stop with the peons now.
I was gonna stop after the next line, Pion.
Okay.
It's rather unexpected, and I'm troubled by it. Pion is the sound of a bunny. It's the sound that a bunny makes in Japan. She is terribly beautiful, and beautifully terrible. I thought I figured that out yesterday, but it really hits me now. Perhaps her armor looks so surreal that I didn't notice yesterday. But if she dresses like a girl, as a healthy guy, I'm troubled. As a healthy guy, an unhealthy guy wouldn't?
And by healthy guy, he means an H-game protagonist.
Listen, I understand you're thinking with your peonis, but... Shirou. I tense up the moment our eyes meet. But I didn't look for her, so as not to talk to her. I'm troubled, but I can't stay quiet forever.
セイバーだったよな。こうやって落ち着いて話すのは初めてだけど。
Bunnies don't squeak. They shake their foot. Have you not seen Angie Bunny, Angel? It's Saber, right? This will be the first time we sit down and talk, but... I make up my mind and talk to her. And then...
Shirou, 話の前に昨夜の件について言っておきたいことがあります。
Oh no, we had sex last night? Also that pose. Stop being so sassy, damn it. Stop being so sassy. So cute and sassy. Shirou, before that, there is something I would like to tell you about last night. She interrupts my words with a sullenness that makes her earlier calmness seem like an illusion.
いいけど、なんだよ、話って。
Alright, what is it?
ですから昨夜の件です。
It is about last night.
シローは私のマスターでしょう。そのあなたがあのような行動をしては困る。戦闘は私の領分なのですから、シローは自分の役割に徹してください。自分から無駄死にをされては、私でも守りようがない。
You are my master. It is troubling if you take such an action. Battle is my work, so you must concentrate on your role. If you go and die in vain yourself, there is no way I can protect you. Saber says so clearly. That makes the tension I was feeling vanish.
なんだよそれ。あの時はああでもしなけりゃお前が切られてたじゃないか。
What do you mean? You would have been slashed if I didn't do that.
その時は私が死ぬだけでしょう。シロウが傷つくことではなかった。繰り返しますが、今後あのような行動はしないように。マスターであるあなたが私をかばう必要はありませんし、そんな理由もないでしょう。
In that case, I would have just died. It was not something you should have been hurt for. I will repeat myself. Please do not take such an action again. There's no need for my master to protect me, and there is no reason for it either. She speaks plainly.
Yeah, I would have just died, Shirou.
Yeah, just
I
let
would've
me
just
die.
died.
God damn it. She is speaking so practically that
バカ言ってんな。女の子を助けるのに理由なんているもんか。
what? Don't be stupid. You don't need a reason to save a girl. I reply unconsciously.
Yeah, and he knew. I can absolutely understand that because all three of like the main relationships in these games are extremely like well developed and like really. Yeah, like I personally my favorite is Shirou and Sakura, but like I can absolutely see a good argument for all three of them because all three are like really well developed.
It's all about Rin, I'm just saying. Maybe she was surprised at being yelled at, but she pauses for a moment, as if I'd done something unexpected, and then she stares at me with indescribable dignity. I back up a bit, being stared at. You know, polyrep would be good. Her look makes me
That
realize...
it would. It is always welcomed.
Her look makes me realize that I've said something really out of place, and it embarrasses me.
ともかく、うちまで運んでくれたのは助かった。それに関しては礼を言う。
Anyway, I'm grateful that you brought me home. I'll thank you for that.
それはどうも。サーバントがマスターを守護するのは当たり前ですが、感謝をされるのは嬉しい。シロウは礼儀正しいのですね。
You are welcome. It is natural for a servant to protect her master, but I am happy to be thanked. You are very polite.
いや、別に礼儀正しくなんかないぞ。
No, I'm not polite. Yes, you are. More importantly, there's something I need to clarify right now. It's something I should have asked right after I got home yesterday. If she is really my servant, and if she is really taking part in this war...
話を戻すぞ、セイバー。いや、改めて聞くけど、お前のことはセイバーって呼んでいいのか？
Going back to our conversation, Saber. I'll ask formally, but can I call you Saber?
はい。サーバントとして契約を交わした以上、私はシロウの剣です。その命に従い、敵を撃ち、あなたを守る。
Yes, since I have formed a contract with you as a servant, I am your sword. I will follow your orders, defeat your enemies, and protect you. Saber says so without the slightest hesitation. There's no room for me to question her about it.
俺の剣になるか。それは聖杯戦争とやらに勝つためにか。
Become my sword, huh? To win this Holy Grail war?
シロウはそのために私を呼び出したのではないのですか？
Nani? Is that not why you have summoned me?
違う。俺がお前を呼び出したのは。
Shigao! I summoned you because... I just like saying Shigao. It's one of my favorite, like, Japanese phrases. Shigao wa yo. I can't say it was by pure accident. No, first of all, I didn't even summon her. She just appeared when I was in danger and saved me with her own decision. The result is the situation we are in. I became Saber's master, and I was dragged into this thing called the Holy Grail War. Not one bit of it was my intention. I'm just an amateur magist that was dragged into this battle beyond my abilities.
それがどうした
What of it?
どの道戦うしかないって覚悟はしたんだ。今さら泣き言なんて言ってられるか。
I've already convinced myself that I have to fight. I can't complain now. I shake my head lightly and stop whining. That's it. I said I will fight, so I cannot even talk about running away. You didn't miss too much, just a bunch of us, Shirou's thirsty for the golden hair goddess, you know, and we did a lot of stat talk.
Yeah, it was all about the stats. We were in the status screen for quite a while.
40 minutes. Really? This is D&D the game as a visual novel. I said I will fight, so I cannot even talk about running away. This will be the last time I will talk or think about whining. I doubt it. No matter how the decision came, I have decided to fight.
シロ
Shiro?
いや、なんでもない。
Oh, it's nothing.
けどセイバー、俺についても勝ち目は薄いぞ。俺は遠坂みたいに知識も力もないから、明日にでも昨日みたいなことになりかねない。それでもいいのか。
But, Saber, there's only a small chance of winning if you stay with me. I don't have the powers or the brains of Tosaka, so tomorrow might end up like today. Are you okay with that? And we have 100 messages already. Yay!
それは戦う意志がない
Thank
と
you.
いうことですか。
Does that mean you lack the will to fight?
戦う意志はある。ただ賞賛がないから、そんな俺についていいのかって言いたいんだ。
I have the will, I just don't have the chance of victory. So I'm asking you if you're alright serving such a master.
経過はどうあれ、これは俺が始めると決めた戦いだ。
This is a battle I've decided to take on.
だから、
So, I think it's wrong for someone to get hurt in my place, even though I'm weak, making Saber fight, and I can't stand letting a scene like that happen again.
私のマスターはあなたです、シロ。これはどうあっても変わらない。サーバントにマスターを選ぶ自由はないのですから。
You are my master, Shirou. This fact will not change. A servant does not have the freedom to choose its master. That's true. That's why Saber is my servant right now. Then I should try my best not to burden her too much.
わかった。それじゃあ、俺はお前のマスターでいいんだな、セイバー。
Alright, so you're content that I'm your master?
ええ。ですがシロ、私のマスターに敗北は許さない。
Yes, but Shirou, I will not allow defeat from my master.
あなたに賞賛がなければ私が作る。
If you have no chance of victory, I will make one for you.
可能であるすべての手段を持ち、
I know.
あなたには聖杯を手に入れてもらいます。
I will use every means possible to have you obtain the Holy Grail. To obtain the Holy Grail, huh? Tosaka said servants also have a wish they want granted. Excuse me. So Saber must be no exception. That is why she has no doubts. But that means...
待った、セイバー。
Hold on, Saber.
可能であるすべての手段と言ったな。それは勝つためには手段を選ばないってことか。例えば力を得るために人を襲うとか。
You said any means possible, right? Does that mean you do not care what measures you take to win the war? For example, attacking people to gain power. I cannot finish. I'm not buying you the 4th copy of that Jay-Z album. But you have to. Holy grail. I do like the hand on her hip right there. Stop being so cute. As we have established everyone is of age in this game according to the English version. So...
Oh yeah, totally. Everyone's of age. These high schoolers are of age.
These high schoolers, well, you never know. It could be a situation where there's a time skip or something. I don't. It's Japan. Saber does just get cuter as time goes on. Saber is looking at me like I'm an enemy.
Shirou, それは可能である手段ではありません。
Shirou, that is not a possibility.
私が許す行為しかできない。自分を裏切ることは私には不可能です。剣を持たぬ人間に傷を負わせることなど、騎士の視界に反します。
I can only do those things I will allow myself to do. I cannot betray my beliefs. It is against the knight's oath to hurt those who are unarmed. So she's a knight.
ですが、マスターが命じるのであれば従うしかありません。その場合、私に踏み入る代償として、その刻印を一ついただくことになりますが。
But I must obey if you order so. In that case, you will have to use one of your command spells to compensate for treading inside me. I am overwhelmed by her angered voice. But still I'm happy and relieved. Her lack of doubt gave her the image of a cold fighting machine, but I know now that she's not a cold-blooded killer.
そんなことは絶対にさせない。
Yeah, I won't let you do such a thing.
セイバーの言う通り、俺たちはできる範囲で何とかするしかないからな。
Saber make me a sandwich, get stabbed in the leg.
No. You don't understand. Shirou is the one who makes the sandwiches.
Shirou makes all the food.
I'm not even lying. If I was lying, I wouldn't be lying since, you know, if I were lying, then there wouldn't be a fake cooking spin-off.
Shirou, get back in the kitchen and make me a sandwich. Oh my god. As you say, we have to do our best with what we can do. I'm really sorry. I insulted you without realizing it.
いえ、私もマスターの意図がつかめずに早合点してしまいました。シロは悪くないのですから、頭を上げてくれませんか？
Get in the robot, Shirou. Get in the robot, Shinjin. No, I jumped to a hasty conclusion without knowing your intention. You are not at fault, so please raise your head. I love these two. At first I was a little bit... Honestly, I don't think they have the best introduction with their dynamic, but I love where they're at right here. It's like, it's a comedy of errors, but they both really do like each other.
Yeah, it's just Shirou and Saber are two fundamentally different people, and it's like, but they work off of each other so well. It's again, I don't want to get too much into it because it's like spoilers, but you know, it's two broken people filling in the holes in each other, you know?
Phrasing.
Josh! Get your mind out of the gutter! Get your mind out of the gutter!
I mean, they will fill the holes.
Hey, listen, we're not filling the holes until after the round is done, alright? We're watching the Rialto Newer scenes. We're watching the Rialto Newer scenes first, and then going back for the age scenes.
Welcome to Fate Gay Night, where we will fill the holes in each other's hearts. Oh,
By heart, we mean penis.
the peonis. Oh, sorry, I apologize without realizing it. I raised my head. Aw, I do love the subtle shift in the CGs because it shows like, you know, I've played games where they don't even do that little subtle shift, and like it adds so much to the interaction. I don't know what's funny,
Yeah, thanks
but
for no. Thanks for keeping to having no spoilers, Inu. We appreciate it a lot, especially when it comes to the servant names, because I know servant names nowadays have become very well known because of fucking Grand Order, but I've luckily been able to keep Zen as spoiler free as possible, with the exception of like Saber. But we're also still not saying her name because there are people in the chat who haven't played Fate, so we want to keep it a surprise for them. But you know.
I think it's important, especially for the review. It's like Danganronpa. Going into Danganronpa, they promote the main twist of the first game everywhere. Okay. I don't know what's funny, but Saber has a small smile on her face. Nani? Well, I'm glad she's smiling, so I won't ask her about it.
言い忘れていた。
Oh, I forgot to tell you.
できる範囲で何とかするって言っただろ。その一環としてしばらく遠坂と協力することになったんだ。ほら、昨日一緒にいたアーチャーのマスター。
I said we'll do whatever we can, right? As one measure, I've decided to cooperate with Tosca for a while. Remember Archer's master, who you were with for a while yesterday?
リンですか？そうですね。確かにそれは賢明な判断です。シローがマスターとして成熟するまで、彼女には教わるものがあるでしょう。
You mean Rin? I see. That is certainly an intelligent choice. There will be many things you can learn from her until you become a suitable master. Oh, she's on more than first name basis with Rin, if you catch my drift. Ah, thank God. If Saber agrees, I can proudly cooperate with Tosaka. The only other thing I need to ask her right now is...
Alright, time to save. And
Alright.
before you make a choice on this, I need to clarify one thing. I'm not going to be mentioning this every time this is the case, just because I don't want to like sway your opinion all that much, but I figure it is a good time to bring this up right now, just to have it in your mind for future stuff. So Fate has character points. Now these character points, I believe, were initially invisible. I think the Ultimate Edition adds a chart so you can see how much character points you have with a certain character. But in any case, Fate essentially Fate Stay Night has character points that go invisibly, like invisibly tally up like in the background, and they are achieved by picking specific choices in the dialogue. And the reason why this is important is because there are certain parts of the routes where you cannot progress if you have if you don't have enough character points with that specific character. So this becomes more of a prevalent thing in Unlimited Blade Works, and especially in Heaven's Feel. But for the Fate route, there's really only one point in the game where like it really matters. But in any case, it's like there will be points where it's like you need to make a specific choice in order to get that certain character point with, say, Saber in this case. I will not be saying which. From this point onward, I'm not going to be saying which choices have character points, and I won't be saying which choices are the ones that actually give you the points. But I figured it's a good thing to let you know right now in order to like keep that at the back of your head going forward. So yeah, choose whichever one here that you would like to choose.
Before I do that, what did we label the last one as? Fate route choice. This is 8.
Shit, which choice is this?
8.
Yeah, I think it's 8. Yeah.
Choice 8. Okay, and then why are you so hot, Saber?
Yeah, like you were saying, like in the Fate route, it's pretty straightforward. You don't need that many character points for Saber to like progress, but it's still a good thing to just have at the back of your mind right now.
Okay, yeah, figure out choice 7. Look at the. Oh god, I cracked myself up. Anyway. Alright, here's show get dang it. Anyway, which heroine is Saber? Is she alright? Where did you get those clothes? What do I want to ask first? I think which heroine is Saber, because that's a fitting question, I think.
Okay.
It would be about Saber's real name.
そういえば遠坂に教えてもらったんだがサーバントは英霊を召喚して刺激する魔術なんだろう
Saber, I heard this from Tosaka already, but servants are magics that summon heroic spirits, right?
ならセイバーはセイバーっていうクラス名じゃない本当の名前があるんだよな
Then you have a real name that's not your class name, Saber, right?
はい。セイバーというのはこの時代における私の存在意義を表すものです。シローのような個人を示す名称ではありません。
Yes, the name Saber represents why I am here in this time. It is not a name to represent my real identity.
そっかならセイバーは本当はなんて言うんだ
I see. Then what is your real name?
遠坂は自分のサーバントがどこの英雄なのか知っておかないと戦いにならないって言ってたんだが
Tosaka said it wouldn't be a battle unless I knew my own servant's real name. Servants are heroic spirits. Their identities are heroes, famous in every age. They hide their identities in the scope of their power with their class names. A servant's real name is something that should be kept hidden, but it is also something the master must know. Because if one does not know which hero the servant is, he does not know the servant's potential. Master and servant are one, yin and yang. They won't be able to fight fully if one keeps a secret from the other. They shouldn't be able to fight fully, but...
シロー、その件なのですが、どうか無礼を許してほしい。
Shirou, about that matter, please excuse my rudeness.
召喚されたサーバントは、まずマスターに神名を告げなくてはならない。その制約を私は果たすことができません。
A summoned servant must immediately inform their master of their true name, but I cannot fulfill that oath. 2 servants with amnesia.
セイバー制約を果たせないってどうして
Saber, why can't you fulfill this oath?
私なりに考えた結果です。いかにシローが私の神名を隠そうとしても、シローから知識を奪う術
Oh,
を
it's
多く
not
あるでしょう。
Yeah,
amnesia.
I was gonna say, but I was like, I think she explains it.
This is what I believe is for the best. No matter how hard you try to hide my name, there are many ways to take the information from you.
シローの魔術抵抗はそう高くありませんから。敵が優れた術者ならば、精神介入もたやすい。敵の魔術にかかれば、あなたの意志に反して私の神名が明かされてしまう。
Since your magic resistance is not high, Since your magic resistance is not high, mental intervention would be simple if the enemy was a superior magus, which many people are. If you were under a spell, my real name could be revealed against your will.
それを警戒して、シローの知識に私の名を入れておきたくないのです。
I would like to prepare for that and not have my real name within your knowledge.
By the way, Master Doom Samus redeemed 600 to talk like a bunny and 200 to hydrate.
Alright, hold on. Ah, that's some good Downy cider, Peon. Saber is very smart, Peon.
ああそういうことかそうだよな暗示をか
もういいや
けられたら俺なんて一発だもんな
Oh, I see. That's right, Peon. I would give it right away if they used suggestion on me, Peon. You're very smart, Peon. I'm just thinking with my peonis, but you're very smart.
You're gonna say something before the redemption points. What was it?
I was just gonna say, she's very smart.
Ah, okay.
that was basically what I was gonna say. And informing the master of your real name sorry. And informing the master of your real name is for a normal master and servant. Hey, Master Doom Samus, I'm doing good. Peon. Even if I knew Saber's real name, Peon, I wouldn't be able to come up with an effective plan. Most of all, I don't care about it. Peon. Alright, enough
そういう
Peon.
ことなら秘密にしておこう。俺が未熟な分注意深くやっていかないとな。
Alright, let's keep it a secret then. We have to take care since I'm inexperienced.
そう言ってもらえると助かります。もっとも、私自身はそう高名なものではありません。バーサーカーに比べれば、数段ランクは落ちるでしょうし、知られたところでどうということはないでしょうが。
It helps me if you say that, but then I'm not someone that famous. I should be a few ranks below Berserker, and it would not do too much even if my name were revealed. Saber murmurs in regret. Listen, Saber, I'm pretty sure you're on par. She has confidence issues, I'm sure. That's a bit unexpected. That's a bit unexpected. Wow, we're getting a lot of typos today. Ugh. That's a bit unexpected. Saber has some human characteristics, and she regrets being inferior to Berserker.
いいんじゃないか。切り札は隠しておいてこそ切り札だろ。マスターがこんなだからさ、セイバーが工夫しようとしているのはわかるよ。
Isn't that alright? A trump is a trump because it's hidden. In most cases. Your master is weak like this, so I understand that you have to try everything.
それとバーサーカーだけど、あれは反則だろう。
And Berserker, he's unfair.
セイバーが落ち込むことはないし、それに俺から見たらセイバーは全然負けてない。あんな傷を負ってたのに真正面から打ち合ってたじゃないか。
There's nothing to be ashamed of. And from my point of view, you aren't inferior. You had that big wound, yet you're exchanging blows straight on.
そうですね。昨夜は不覚を取りましたが、傷が癒えれば違った結果になるでしょう。
You are right. I suffered defeat last night, but the result should be different once my wound heals.
ああ、だといいんだけど。
Yeah, I hope so. He is thirsting for the smile. I give an empty response and look away. That was a surprise attack. Shirou. Shirou. I know your hormones be flapping, but come on. When she smiles, Saber is... And then I hear a sound of something heavy falling at the door.
どうすん？
Huh? I turn around, wondering what it was. There is Tosaka with the big bag at her feet, phrasing. Oh, God.
はい？
Just having too much fun today with the fucking horny Shiro.
Well, Shiro's being super horny. He gets horny when someone smiles at him. I mean, like, how would you be if I just smile at you, and you were just like, oh no, Zen, you're too cute. You're too cute.
Wait, isn't that how you act towards me?
No, that's how you act towards me.
I think we both have very big gay panics around each other.
No, you just don't understand. I have the male gaze.
Shut up.
I like them girls. Huh? My mind freezes because she has absolute territory right in front of me. For those who don't know, absolute territory is the piece of skin in between a skirt and stocking. You learned something today. Absolute territory is better than anything. My mind freezes. Tosca, who supposedly went home, is at my dojo. She's wearing normal clothes for some reason, and why does she have that big bag?
何しに来たんだ、遠坂。
What are you here for, Tosca?
何って家に戻って荷物取ってきたんじゃない。今日からこの家に住むんだから当然でしょ。
I just went to go get my stuff from my house. It's natural since I'll be living here from now on. Oh, you're gonna have a house full of girls. A house full of girls.
Everywhere you look.
Everywhere there's a girl, there's a girl. A skirt to hold on to. Everywhere you look, there's a...
Ryan, I was joking.
住むって遠坂が俺の家に
Live? You mean you living in my house? And you know what this reminds me of? Friggin' Amity Blight, when she's just like a loose us with cute outfits running, getting sweaty.
I am sensing very big Amity energy from Shirou, yeah.
Very big energy.
Shirou finds himself in a predicament where he has to live with two women in his house. How will they get along? What kind of steamy action will they get into?
God. It's gonna be a full house. Just a bunch of girls and one guy.
協力するってそういうことじゃ
AKA
ない。
holoorthodoxia.
あなたね、さっきの話って一体何だったと思ったわけ？
That's what cooperation means. What did you think our talk was about earlier? I'm so surprised I can't speak.
That is true, Ryan. She can take care of them both.
Something. I have to say something back or something terrible is going to happen, but my head will not function.
私の部屋どこ？用意してないなら自分で選ぶけど。
Her face. I love it. I love it. Where's my room? If you don't have one prepared, I'll just choose one myself. Still, the unexpected invader mercilessly continues the discussion. Meanwhile, Dipper is underneath a blanket, hiding. Dipper, you're a ninja. He's a ninja.
He's scared of the tiger. Wait, no, tiger isn't here.
待ったそれは
Hold on. That's. Well, I just. Girls. Isn't this bad morally? How is this bad? You might have sex, but that's not bad morally.
Shirou, this is a hentai game. If you want to think morally about this, then like you should have thought about that earlier.
Look, Tosca is the idol at my school. Just having her in my house will cause a panic. So having her live here would be crazy, and Fujine would kill me. Or maybe she's planning to drive me insane to reduce the number of masters. Shirou, what are you talking about?
ああ、ついでに 彼女の部屋も用意したら。私のアーチャーと違ってシローのサーバントはかさばるんだから、ちゃんと寝る場所を与えておかないと。まあ布団一組あればノープロブレムって言うんなら別にいいけど。
Oh, why don't you prepare a room for her as well? Your servant takes up space, unlike my archer, so you should give her a place to sleep. Well, if just one bed is no problem for you, then I wouldn't mind. She's so teasing him. Wait, that means sleeping in the same bed, right? Ba-bum, ba-bum, ba-bum.
するかバカ。人が黙ってると思って何言い出すんだよお前。そんなことするわけないだろ。セイバーは女の子じゃないか。
Of course I won't. What are you saying? Well, I'm not saying anything. I wouldn't do such a thing. Saber is a girl. Methink the Shirou doth protest too much.
論点が違うけど、まあいっか。ですってセイバー。
You're missing the point, but oh well. That's what Shirou says, Saber.
シローは女の子と同じ部屋は嫌だってさ。
He says he doesn't like to be in the same room with a girl. Ooh, she is such a tease. Not moving. Saber makes a difficult face.
困りますシロ。サーバントはマスターを守護するもの。睡眠時は最も警護すべき対象なのですから、同じ部屋でなければ守れない。
I need this. Look at Red's face.
You okay there, baby?
She's
okay there?
She's totally teasing him. She's just like, yeah, I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing. Saber doesn't care. Saber's
Rin gets the association of the tsundere of this game, but I think Shirou is the true tsundere of this game.
I love her so much. Oh god. Okay. She has the hootie face. Okay. That is not good, Shirou. Servants are to protect their masters. The hours of sleep are the most crucial time for protecting you. So I cannot protect you unless I am in the same room. Rin is the Ida. Yeah, you know.
そんなこと言われてもこっちはもっと困る。何考えてんだお前ら。それでも女か。
I'm in more trouble even if you say that. What are you thinking? Are you two really girls? Shirou, you have two hot girls willing to sleep in the same room with you. Do the math. Do the math. Why? Why are you two looking silently at me like that?
サーバントはサーバント。人間扱いする必要はないけどね。シローにそんなこと言っても無駄か。
Servants are servants, so there's no need to treat them as humans, but I guess it's useless to tell Shirou that. My mouth, about to protest, stops. The weird feeling I had when talking with Tosca in the living room returns. Actually, I figured out the cause of this feeling.
ちょっと待て、トサカ。お前、いつの間に俺を名前で呼び捨てるようになってんだよ。
Hold on, Tosaka. Since when did you start calling me by my name? Well, since I started listening to this song called Montero. Call me by your name. Hold on one sec. Sorry, taking a drink.
All good, all good. Gotta hydrate when you can.
Gotta call me by your name in Montero, where the gays go. Call me when you want, call me when you need, call me and you want me, I mean I'm wait.
あれそうだった？意識してなかったから割と前からそうなってたんじゃない？
Oh, am I? I wasn't really conscious of it, so it must have been a while ago.
なってた。結構前からそんな気がする。
It was. I think you've been calling me that for a while.
そう。嫌なら気をつけるけど、シロは嫌なの？
I see. I'll be careful if you don't like that, but you don't like it?
I'll be right back. I'll be right back, Zen.
Tosuka says so plainly without realizing how I'm feeling. Jeez, it's just like you said, Issei. She's a devil. Rin, Fate's Day Night is Rin knows what she's doing in the game. I think Tosuka Rin is a real devil. I don't know, she's wearing a cross. I don't think devils could wear a cross, unless you're saying that her being gay for you and the other girl is a devilish move? Or... Dude, just take the L. It's not even an L. Take the W. Like, you got two girls ready to jump your bones.
ねえ、好きにしろ。遠坂の呼びやすい方で構わない。
Fine. Call me whatever you like. I don't care. Whichever you prefer is fine.
そう？ならそういうことで。
Really? Then I'll do that.
リン、話を切らないでほしい。私とシローの部屋についてまだ結論が出ていない。
Rin, please do not end the conversation. We have not come up with a solution to the matter of the room for Shirou and I.
ああ、そうだったそうだった。けど、シローがこの様子だと相部屋は難しいわね。サーバントを人間扱いしてもいいことなんてないけど、シローが嫌だって言うんだから諦めたら？
Oh, of course, but it'll be hard to stay in the same room with Shirou acting like that. There's no point in treating a servant like a human, but why don't you give up since Shirou doesn't want it?
それは違う。シローは困ると言っただけで嫌だとは言っていない。
That is incorrect. Shirou only said it would trouble him, and he did not say he did not want it. Oh god, these two girls are so clever. They're gonna get in your bones, man. They're going. They want it.
Rin, go fuck yourself. I think she's intending. I think she's intending to fuck something else.
だってさ、そのあたりどうなの、シロー？
Well then, what do you say, Shirou? Baby. Daddy.
Oh my god.
I can't wait until these start going up on the game channel because these streams are amazing.
Yeah, these streams have been fucking a hell of a lot of fun.
But these faces. Hold on, I need a second because this is too much for me right now. Okay. I will let the gay down. Put down the gay.
Man, put down the gay.
Oh, and something
Ryan,
was
clip
clipped.
that.
Oh god.
Yeah, it's just titled Daddy. Oh.
So, Shirou, are you a top or a bottom? Hold on. Why, after only a day, does she keep on calling me Shirou like I'm a cat she found? Listen, Shirou. She wants to jump her bones, so just let her jump your bones. No, that's not the problem, but Saber's room is...
シロ、もう一度聞きます。睡眠中の警護はサーバントの役割です。マスターとして自分の立場は分かっていると思いますが。
Shirou, I will ask you again. It is a servant's duty to guard you while you sleep. I believe you understand your position as a master. Even if you glare at me like that, I can't do it.
ダメだ。セイバーには別の部屋を用意する。できるだけ近い部屋を用意するから、それで勘弁してくれ。
No, I'll prepare a separate room for Saber. I'll try to prepare one as close to mine as possible, so please be happy with that.
ダメだぞ、凄んでも。とにかく男としてこればかりは譲らないからな。セイバーも少しは自分の立場ってものを考えろってんだ。
Scaring me won't work. As a man, I won't surrender to you on this. Saber, you should understand your situation better. Shirou, I'm gonna slap you. I'm seriously going to slap you.
ですから、私はサーバントとしてマスターを守護しようと。
Huh? That is why I'm trying to protect my master as a servant.
そうじゃなくて、自分のことだっての。もうわからないんない。それ以上言うなら、レイジを使ってでも言うことを聞かせるからな。
No, I mean about yourself. Jeez. If you don't understand, that's fine. If you say any more, I'll make you obey using my command spell. Shirou,
That seems like an awfully big waste. That's a fucking waste, man.
That's a waste. It's also probably a kink. Shirou, come on. I breathe out hard and intimidate Saber. Shirou.
そのようなことでレイジを使われては困る。3つしかない命令権を自分を守るななどということに使われては先が見えない。
Look at Rin, she's casually over here like, I use two man, I don't even care.
Rin right now is just thinking, right now Rin is thinking, maybe that command seal I wasted on Archer like when we first met wasn't the worst thing I could have done.
It is troubling if you use your command spell for such a thing. Our future is doomed if you use one of the three rights to order me not to protect you.
そうね。間違いなくそんなマスターはシローが最初で最後でしょ。
Shirou's so pure, he's trying to force Saber to be chased.
Yeah, I'm sure Shirou would be the first and the last master to do that. Rin. Don't be stupid. I don't want to use it for this either.
わかりました。マスターの方針に従います。ですが、敵に襲われた時はどうするのです。アサシンなどは気配なく標的に忍び寄ってくる。そういった時、私が駆けつけるまでにシローは自分を守れるのですか？
I understand. I will follow my master's plan. But what will you do when you're attacked by an enemy? Servants such as Assassin will close in without letting their presence become known. In such cases, will you be able to protect yourself until I arrive?
それは
Well, she's got you there. Just let the two girls sleep with you. Just come on. I think you can manage to sleep with two girls.
Giggity.
I can't claim I'll manage, but can you menage? I'm sorry, I had to.
Can you massage their muscles?
Oh, I can massage. I can Nicki Minaj.
Shut up.
I was able to against Lancer, but that luck won't repeat itself.
I mean, yeah, okay,
So
like, only Saber needs to sleep with Shirou, but wouldn't it just feel wrong not to include her in?
I mean, that would just be exclusionary. You have to have Rin in there because Rin is organizing this whole thing. Like, you have to compensate her somehow.
シロが襲われる前に駆けつけられるだろうし、セイバーは好きな部屋に陣取ればいいんじゃない？
Okay. That would be impossible. This house has a boundary field that alerts us if an enemy enters. We won't be able to avoid a raid, but we should be able to detect a surprise attack. In that case, you would be able to protect him before he was attacked, so you can just go ahead and stay in a room you like. She knew from the very beginning. She just wanted to make him flustered.
それは確かにそうですが、しかし
That is certainly true, but I want to cuddle. I want to cuddle. Well, look at that face. She totally wants to cuddle.
なんならシロの部屋の隣でいいじゃない。一緒の部屋でなければいいんでしょ、エミヤくんは。
How about next to Shirou's room? You're fine if she's not in your room, right, Emiya-kun? She pronounces the Emiya-kun ostentatiously.
遠さか。そういうの詭弁って言うんだぞ。
Tosaka, that's just sophistry, you know. Sophistry. I've heard that word before, but I'm blanking on the meaning.
The use of clever but false arguments, especially with the intention of deceiving.
あなたのために言ってるんだから正論よ。さーて、それじゃあ私の部屋はどこにしよっかな。
It's a sound argument because I'm making it for your sake. Well, which room should I choose? Tosaka walks to the house with her bag as if telling us the conversation is over. She looks cheerful like a student picking her room on a field trip. Alright, later. Later, Jim.
Later, Jim.
I'm probably gonna only go for 15 more minutes today.
Let me see how the scene goes. Yeah, we should be good.
Okay. This is astounding. Her actions are so selfish, we just see her off with blank amazement. We return to the main building. First of all, I should show her around the house so she can choose her own room.
こっちが和室。裏側に回ると今
I
と
think
か
we'll
風呂
end
がそういった共
when
通施設に出る。
we actually finish
縁側をずっと歩いて
scene where they
あっちの別棟に
pick
行
a
く
room.
と客間がある。遠坂はどうもそっちに行ったみたいだな。
This is the Japanese style room. The backside has common rooms like the living room and the bathroom. And if you follow the open corridor to the outbuilding, you reach the guest rooms. It looks like Tosca went that way. I explain as I walk. Saber follows me silently without nodding. I'm not sure if she's listening or not.
屋敷の見取りはいいです。それよりシロの部屋はどこなのですか？
The map of the house is fine. Where is Shirou's room?
俺の部屋はこっち。割と奥まったところにある。
My room is this way. It's somewhat back there.
では、そちらに案内してください。内密に話があります。
Then please guide me that way. I must talk to you privately.
内密に話
Talk to me privately? So she doesn't want Tosaka to hear it. Tosaka is in the outbuilding, so I think this place is okay. But she is a master after all.
It's only day 4. It's only day 4. You can't have an age scene right now.
Someone could overhear us, so the open corridor is no place to talk secretly. Or have sex.
ほら、ここが俺の部屋。
Here, this is my room.
これがシロの部屋ですか？
What? This is Shirou's room? Saber is surprised the moment she walks in.
どうした？セイバーをびっくりさせるようなものなんかないと思うけど。
What? I don't think there's anything here that should be too surprising.
いえ。びっくりさせ
Ben
るような
redeemed
ものがないというよ
900
り
points for girls.
何もないではないですか？
Oh my god, girls. Have you seen how pretty Rin is lately with her smile? And Saber, like, she has the looks on the... Girls, it's just... but, like... Why is Saber so cute? And why is Rin so hot? And... Damn it, Japan! Why you do this to me, girls? Girls.
Japan with your totally 18 plus girls.
Girls. No, there's nothing here to surprise me, as there's nothing here. Is this really your room, Shirou?
セイバーを騙して俺に得なんかないだろう。ここには寝に帰ってくるだけだし、物がないのは当たり前だ。
There's no point lying to you. I only come here to sleep, so it's natural there's nothing here.
そうですか。意外でした。シロはもっと雑多な人となりだと思っていましたから。
I see. I was surprised. I thought you were a more assorted person. Get a PS4 or something, bro. Saber enters the Japanese-style room and touches the wall to check the feel of it. It is a soft gesture, as if she understands the object's memory just by touching it.
よかった。寂しい部屋ですが、無下に扱われているわけではない。殺風景ですが、ここはここで暖かい場所なのですね。
I'm relieved. This is a desolate room, but that does not mean it is treated badly. This is a simple but warm place.
暖かい？ああ、まあそうかな。屋敷の作りなの
You're
か
so dense, Shirou.
夏は涼しく、冬は暖かなんだ。親父もいい部屋を取ったななんて感心してたし。
Warm? Well, I guess so. I don't know if it's how this house is built, but this place is cool during the summer and warm during the winter. My father always said I took the good room.
I should also comment. I should also comment for Ryan's message where it's like, bro, get a PS4 or something. This is like at the very start of 2004, so I think it would be more accurate to say like get a fucking like Xbox or a PC. This is very much at the start of the Warcraft phase.
Shirou, why are you so literal? She means warm as in heart, you know?
ええ。部屋は持ち主の心象ですから。シロの心の在り方に不安を覚えましたが、これなら今までの印象とそう変わりはしないでしょう。
Yes, the room is the reflection of its owner, so I was worried about your spirit. But this will not change my impression of you now.
Right, Xbox didn't exist in Japan.
Get a PS2, Shirou. Saber says this with relief, but I don't understand.
Get Final Fantasy X and 10-2.
Saber says this with relief, but I don't understand what she wants to say.
それで内緒の話ってなんだよ、セイバー。
So, what did you want to talk privately about?
悪い話です。少なくとも他のマスターには知られたくはない。
It is a bad thing. Something I do not want the other masters to know at the very least. Judging by her expression, the bad thing must be our weakness.
そっか。話の趣旨は分かった。真剣に聞くから言ってくれ。
I see. I see what you mean. I'll listen seriously, so go ahead.
ええ、それなのですが、 おそらくこれはもう私たちでは解決できないことです。
Yes, about that. I want you to kill Superman. This probably is not something we can solve.
私たちサーバントはマスターからの魔力提供によって体を維持する。だからこそサーバントはマスターを必要とするのですが、
We servants maintain our body using the magical energy transferred from our masters. That is why servants require a master, but
俺が半端なマスターだから、セイバーが体を維持するのに必要なだけの魔力がないってことか。
I'm an incomplete master, so I don't have enough magical energy for you to maintain your body.
違います。たとえ少量でもマスターから魔力が流れてくるのなら問題はないのです。ですが、シローからは全く魔力の提供がありません。本来つながっているはずの霊脈が断線しているのです。
No, it is not a problem if I receive even a small amount of magical energy from you. But I'm not receiving any magical energy from you. The spiritual connection we ought to have isn't present. So that means I, as the gasoline, am not sending any fuel for Saber to work as an engine.
セイバー、それは
Saber, that's...
シロー自身の欠点ではありません。おそらく召喚時に問題が起きたのでしょう。何らかの不手際があって本来つながるはずのラインがつながらなかったようです。
It is not your fault. I believe something happened during my summoning. Some fault occurred, and the line that should have connected was not connected.
召喚時の不手際って。
Some problem during the summoning. When Saber appeared, it wasn't anything like a summoning. It was just an accident. Since she was summoned like that, it'd be strange if there weren't anything wrong with her.
待て、それじゃどうなるんだ。魔力を回復できないってことは、セイバーはすぐに消えてしまうのか。
Hold on, then what's going to happen? Since you can't replenish your magical energy, will you disappear?
ええ。私が持つ魔力を使い切れば、この世界に留まることはできなくなるでしょう。
Yes, if I use up the magical energy I have, I will not be able to stay in this world.
召喚されてからすでに3回の戦闘を行いました。
I have battled 3 times already since my summoning.
私の治癒能力も蘇生魔術ですから、傷を負えば魔力の消費も早くなる。そうですね。昨夜までで成熟した魔術師10人分の魔力は消費したでしょう。
My healing ability is a regeneration magic, so magical energy consumption will increase if I take damage. Let me see, I used about 10 mature magi's worth of magical energy last night. I'm astonished. Magical energy is reduced every time she fights, and there's no way to restore it. If she already used up that much magical energy, how much longer can she stay in this world?
分かってもらえましたか、マスター。
Do you understand, Master?
そのため、私は少しでも魔力の消費を抑えなければならない。供給がないのなら、あとは睡眠することで魔力の消費を抑えるしかありません。
So, I must try to use my magical energy as little as possible. If no magical energy is provided, I must sleep and suppress my magical energy usage.
睡眠。眠れば魔力は回復するのか。
Sleep. Will your magical energy replenish if you sleep?
わかりません。ですが最低でも眠っている間は魔力を使わない。
I do not know, but at the very least, I will not consume any magical energy while I am asleep.
ですから、これからできる限りの睡眠を許してほしいのです。常にシロを守ることはできなくなりますが、それも勝利のためと受け入れてほしい。
So I wish for you to allow me to sleep as much as possible. I will not be able to constantly protect you, but I would like you to understand that this is a measure necessary for us to win. Oh. I sigh with relief. Thank God. If that's all it is, I'll accept all she wants. People sleep when they are tired.
辛くなったら成果は休んでいいんだ。それで少しでも長くいられるんだったらもうずっといい。
Oh God.
People eat when they are hungry.
Okay.
Green Goblin, sleep.
I just watched that movie. I'm starting my Spider-Man-a-thon, which is me watching all the Spider-Man movies. So far, I've seen the first 2. I was gonna watch 3 today, but that didn't happen because I've been doing a lot of other stuff. But that'll happen
watch
tomorrow.
after the stream.
I'm probably gonna sleep after this, to be honest.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's fine.
But I'll watch it tomorrow. Of course that's alright. You can rest when you get tired. If that allows you to stay longer, that's so much better. Someone's thirsting.
では今後は頻繁に眠りに入りますが、その間は決して屋敷から離れないように。遠く離れた場所でシロが襲われた場合、私はすぐに駆けつけられない。
Then I will sleep often from now on, so please do not leave the house while I am doing so. If you are attacked somewhere far from here, I will not be able to come and protect you immediately.
空間を跳躍するなら話は別ですが、そんな能力を持つサーバントは稀です。
It would be a different story if I could leap through space, but servants with such an ability are rare.
もし離れた場所で私を呼ぶのなら、0時のバックアップが必要になります。ですから、できるだけ私から離れないようにしてほしい。
To call me from a distant place would require backup from the command spell, so I would like you to try to stay near me. As much as I'd like to do that, I can't nod. I can't imagine living with Saber, and most of all, I have my own life as well.
努力はする。けど本当にそれだけでいいんだな。
I'll try, but are you sure that's all?
眠っていればその。
If you sleep, you.
問題はないでしょう。このようなことはなかったので断言はできませんが、前回も総戦闘数は7回に満たなかった。私が倒さずとも、サーバントはサーバントによって減っていくのですから。
It should not be a problem. I cannot be certain since this has never happened to me, but I did not fight even 7 times last time. Even if I do not defeat them, other servants defeat other servants.
そうか。別に全員が全員とやり合わなくちゃいけないってわけじゃないんだ。うまくすれば簡単にこの戦いを終わらせることができる。
I see, so not everyone has to fight all the other servants. If all goes well, we can end this war pretty easily. The only people I'm going to fight are those with inhuman attitudes. I'm sure that not all of the 7 masters are like that. Tosaka's ready to fight, but she would follow the rules of the Magi. So the 5 remaining masters, if they all have humane attitudes, I won't have to fight. You already know one of them is... You're gonna have to fight Berserker.
Yeah, for sure.
Saber said she didn't even fight 7 times last time, so this time... Huh. Hold on. Even fight 7 times last time?
待ってくれ、セイバー。その以前もセイバーだったのか。いや、そうじゃなくて、前回も聖杯戦争に参加してたっていうのか。
Hold on, Saber. Was it Saber too last time? No, I mean, were you in the last Holy Grail War as well?
私が この聖杯の争いに参加するのは2度目です。
This is the second time I have participated in the Holy Grail War.
その時も私はセーバーでした。中には複数のクラス属性を持つ英霊もいるようですが、私はセイバーにしか該当しません。
I was Saber too at that time. There are heroic spirits that attribute to several classes, but I only correspond to the class of Saber. Tosaka mentioned
Bullshit.
that out of the 7, Saber is the most powerful servant. And this girl's saying she has become that twice in a row?
それじゃ以前は
Yeah, granddaughter kind of retcons this.
最後まで残ったのか。
Then, did you remain until the end last time?
無論です。前回は今のような制約はありませんでしたから、他のサーバントに遅れを取ることもなかった。
Of course, I had no constraints last time, so I did not fall to any servants. Saber says this.
Saber, two girls, one cup. All right, Ben, I'm gonna give you 48 hours to delete that.
What can I say except delete this? Saber says this as if it's something natural. That makes me realize even more that I have been given a sword I do not deserve.
入ったな。それじゃ不満だろう、セイバー。俺みたいなのがマスターだと。
Jeez. Then you must be full of complaints with someone like me as your master.
私は与えられた役割をこなすだけです。聖杯さえ手に入るのであれば、マスターに不満はありません。
I only fulfill the duties given to me. If I can obtain the Holy Grail, I have no complaints about my master.
そっか。それは助かるけど、それでも。
I see, that's a relief, but still. She was flawless last time, but she has already suffered 2 wounds this time. In her condition, unable to replenish magical energy, she always has to think about her remaining magical energy. The result of a battle with such a burden was that image of her covered in blood. Hey, it's that image we used for that for that should you complete this opening sort of thing.
I like how that's what you remember it as.
That image is engraved in my mind. The image of a girl smaller than me, covered miserably in blood.
シロ、その後悔は余分なことです。
Shirou, such regret is useless. Huh? Saber's voice brings me back. When I raise my head, Saber's expression is serious.
私も負け知らずだったわけではありません。
It is not as if I suffered no defeat.
私は勝ちきれなかったからこそ、こうしてあなたのサーバントになっている。傷を負うことには慣れていますから、あなたが悔やむことなどない。
Hold on. Excuse me, sorry.
Excuse you?
I am your servant now because I did not fully win. I am used to taking wounds, so it is not something you should mourn over.
慣れてるって。あんな死ぬような怪我でもか。
Used to? Even wounds close to fatal?
ええ。剣を取るということは傷つくということです。それはあなたも同じでしょう。私だけが傷つかないという道理はないと思いますが。
Yes. To wield a sword means to take injury as well. That should be the same for you too. There's no reason for just me to avoid harm.
それはそうだけど。それじゃ怪我をしても構わないっていうのか、セイバーは。
That's true, but are you saying that you don't mind getting hurt?
それが死に至る傷でなければ。死んでしまってはマスターを守れなくなりますから。
If it does not result in death, if I die, I will not be able to protect my master.
だそれ。マスターを守るためなら傷を負っても構わないなんていうのかお前は。
What is that? So you're saying you don't mind getting hurt to protect your master?
それがサーバントの役割ですから。
That is the role of the servant.
確かにリンの言葉は正論ですね。サーバントを人間として扱う必要などない。私たちはマスターを守るための道具です。あなたもそれを正しく把握するべきだ。
Rin's words are certainly correct. There is no need to treat servants as humans. We are a tool to protect our master. You must understand that. Saying so, Saber walks to the sliding screen. Beyond it is the side room. This room was enough for me, so I never used it.
睡眠をとります。夕食時には起きますので、外出するのなら声をかけてください。
I will be getting some sleep. I will wake up at dinner time. So please let me know if you are going outside. She quietly opens and closes the sliding door.
私たちはマスターを守るための道具です。
We are a tool to protect our master.
あなたもそれを正しく把握するべきだ。
You must understand that. Oh, I got chug. Hold on.
Yeah, I was just writing something down. I missed it.
What is that? That pisses me off. But I can't call out to her, so I just consider her words in my mind.
Alright, and that's the end of the scene.
That was so good. Now I'm starting to understand what you meant by, she sees herself as a tool.
Yeah, she it's one thing for Shirou to be like, oh, women can't fight, yada yada, and the thing is, he's using that more as a scapegoat more than anything. What Shirou's real problem is, and this is like an actual issue that Saber has, is that she views herself more as a tool to be used and not so much as a person, and that extends beyond her just being a servant. But we'll get more into that as we get to know Saber.
Alright, let me save. Alright, I'm gonna save that. I'm gonna close here. Alright, and with that being said, thank you so much for watching, everybody. We're going to be continuing on with Fate Gay Night on Thursday. I don't think I'm gonna be I don't think I'm gonna be streaming tomorrow, but I'm definitely going to try to get back on track. But this was a lot of fun. I'm glad to be back with Fate Gay Night.
And we didn't get through day 4 on this stream, but that was because we had to get through 40 minutes worth of the status menu. So, and at the very least, now that that's done, next stream we will absolutely be able to finish off day 4, and then get a move on with day 5. Day 5 in of itself is not that long. It contains a couple of funny moments, just like this stream, and then day 6 is where we'll get back to the main plot.
With that being said, I'm Zenith Warrior Princess, the cutest of buns. Thank you so much for watching. Tomorrow, I'm going to get back to recording Assassin's Creed Darksiders, hoping to get that done fully. Wednesday, I'm going to movie night, but Thursday, we're going to be back again with Fate Gay Night. And I want to get as much recorded now as I can, because then I have to get started on Danganronpa, the animation. But anyway, have a good one, everybody. Peace out. Stay safe.
Good to be back, everyone.